In a world of tyranny and unpeacefulness, I will come out and shine and save them all. So here too today, I will save them all because I know I can and I know I will. And this is just the beginning of me. Not even the beginning, because however, an end. Thank you guys so much for being with me and somewhat of a journey. I'm going to tell you my life story. It's a crazy one, and I don't think you guys would necessarily believe it. I hope you guys do. And if you guys don't, those of you that don't choose to believe it, that is your belief. So, today, I'm going to read a couple of my journals. I'm very secretive. I've been very secretive from the world. And this is not scripted or anything. This is just coming from me. So moving forward, I will read the journal. So, first things first. Say shout out to my parents. Shout out to all the school friends. Most importantly, shout out to God and Andrew Tate. I'm out here every day, Aikidoing the agents, the Matrix agents, every day. People ask, what do you do in your day? I'm dodging bullets. I'm dodging demons. That's what I'm doing. Sorry guys, having some difficulty finding it here, as this is a long, big journal, with a lot of stuff in it. So please bear with me. Here it is. I have found it. So this isn't going to be part where I tell you guys to fuck off or Be yourselves. However, this is my life only. It's based on a true story. And yeah, I did say this isn't scripted. So yeah, I have video ideas in here too, which I probably shouldn't have said, but please bear with me. Everything I say in this video is the truth, nothing more but the truth. There are 3 things in this world, and you must remember always. Only 3 things that come out: the sun, the moon, and the truth. So here's the truth. Make it through. I believe in you. Whoever you are, you can make it through. I'm not even gonna read off it. I don't care who you are. Seriously. You want to know why people, very well known individuals, why people support very well known individuals, that's what I meant to say, is because they went through suffering to be something. I think that's one of the biggest things in the world. You need some pain. You need to endure. August 28th, 2020. I have a knife to my head. Ready to end it all. Ready for the flashes of light. I wasn't even 14 yet. I had just come out of a breakup through Snapchat, which is utterly insane because, and you think about it, it's utterly sad. And at the time, to be honest, I was depressed until I realized on that same day that I'll explain it a bit later, but yep, through Snapchat. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Long story short, it was someone I would always see at my middle school. However, I have never once said a word to them, and neither have they had to me. Point of it is, I was heartbroken. And even just about 11 and a half months before that time I was depressed. Simply because the amount of schoolwork I was getting. Like I said, nothing more but the truth. It was 7th grade. It was 7th grade too. Going into 8th. What really started all this ruckus was when I first supposedly, I guess you could say, how it all started was basically, that's when I started, busting. That's when I started, going crazy. And it was not okay. It was sincerely no good. I kind of lied to you guys in a second. I won't read off of it, but I am stressed out, which led to schoolwork. And 3 months later, switching teams in school. What I mean by that is switching teams in school is basically we have different teams for different classes and all that. I want to switch teams because a lot of my friends, they weren't getting schoolwork. They were getting no homework. Fast forward, like I said, 3 months. So it's around March of 2020. I'm talking about exactly or what am I talking about exactly? Like I just explained, in each grade, 6th, 7th, and 8th, there's different teams, etc. The last thing I just said you know, relates with homework. So, and I wanted less of it. Like, once again, nothing more but the truth. The thing that apparently makes you disappointed if you don't do it, which I knew from a while, is the story I'm telling you, my experience, is that there's no teachers that talk about anyone's, or teachings that talk about anyone's life experience or future whatsoever, which is also why I was in such a bad state of mind at the time. Long story short, I know this video is kind of messy with the text and what I'm saying. I'm reading off old handwriting, so that kind of makes it difficult to read. I switched to another team where a lot of my friends were on and would apparently get not too much homework, like I said again. Another reason I switched is the teachers, or I guess you could say those extra teachers in the classrooms. Yeah, they made me feel like I couldn't live with myself. Made me feel like I'm worthless. Made me feel like I'm lost. Made me feel like I'm dumb. Most importantly, made me feel like I was alone. Don't get me wrong, I love all my teachers. The sci/extra teachers. However, I tended to fall off a cliff every day in school, mainly because of the homework, and also it seemed as if I had taken it the wrong way. Last page. Sure. Extra. It almost led me to having a knife in my head, since I was in the, I guess you could say, special education department. I guess you could say, in conclusion, it made my life worthless. It made me like a worthless being. Later that year in 2020, I realized that school isn't that important at all, just because of school and how much of a, sensitive kid I was at the time. 2019 to August 2020 had me depressed for 10 months. And that was a very big point in my life, and I'm gonna stop reading off of this. The point I'm trying to make is this. School was just, it's not for your future. It's not for your health. In some ways it can be, for sure, health class and physical education. But it also can be stressful. It also can make you miserable. But the truth is that education doesn't come first. It comes second or third. In my realm, or at least, for me, it comes 8th or 9th. For me, not second. Because, well, school was never really wasn't very important to me until I realized that you're just worrying about things that won't help you, that won't help you or the earth 360 years from now. Seriously. Unless you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, that makes sense. Obviously, you need to go to college for that, and you need a degree for that. That all makes sense. That all makes sense. But it's just that I make a long story short, it was just a waste of time, for me at least. I was getting too much out of it. I was worrying about things that didn't even matter and didn't even benefit my health because I was so, I had no one to help me. You guys want to think, oh, just go to the therapist. No, the therapist didn't help me. God did. And that's what I'm going to tell you about right now. So, yeah, there's a lot of things in here that I can talk about. And I'm going to talk about the next part. But I just want to get into the topic of depression quickly. Depression is not real. It exists. Well, it is a feeling, but it's not real. It's a feeling, but it's not real. There's a famous quote that Jim Carrey said. I know you guys might be thinking, oh, here we go with the quotes again. This isn't some insane bullshit. This is me talking. So, the truth is this. Depressed means you need deep rest, as Jim Carrey said. And you guys might think, oh, Jim Carrey's just an actor. What does he know? What does he know? The film industry knows more than you think. They don't make movies for fun. They sincerely do not. Every movie, every film or television show has a distinct purpose or value to the world. That's why they keep making them. So they have The Matrix, Fight Club, Good Will Hunting, all those kind of movies. Dumber and Dumber. Jim Carrey starred in that too. Basically, your body needs deep rest from this avatar, the avatar that you've created, you've put out to the world. It needs deep rest from that. I want you to be something else, something more. And so what I told myself that day on August 28th, 2020 was, you could become so much more than you can even imagine. Those words cured me forever. And I still had an addiction to note busting and all that. And those words just cured me. I mean, it motivated me even more to keep going. And basically, I'm going to get into it. From December, let's say, 2020. That's when I started cold showers. I think it was the end of 2020 for sure. That really helped me overcome my addiction. So by April 13th of 2021, I actually overcame the addiction. It was like the last time I've ever, being dead serious, the last time I've ever felt. The last time ever. Looking straight in the camera. Last time ever. Because basically what happened was, it was a crazy story. So I kept doing the thing in my toilet, right? And the toilet was stuck. Couldn't move. The water couldn't function. Nothing could function. And so we had to replace it. Ever since then, it's been a clean-ass toilet. Clean-ass toilet. Clean as my new phone. So that's something. Clean as air and the trees around you. So, ever since then, started expanding my life. Fast forward 6 months, October 2021. I was just dodging bullets, fighting demons, trying not to fap again. And most importantly, I was looking at different ways to help myself. And I started realizing by October, I was like getting in this self-improvement trap. And it was like, and what do I mean by self-improvement trap? Self-improvement trap is basically when you find yourself just looking towards other people, asking them for help and advice. And they can give you because they don't know your true self, and they think they know you. But in actuality, they don't, because they act like they're gods. They're not. They're sincerely not. In some way they are. But in some ways they're not. So that's why I'm here to help you. To help you all. That's why I created this website, shows.tech. Check if this thing's still recording. It is still recording. Wow. Okay. And so I've just been fighting demons ever since. So October 20, from, December 2020 to October 2021. And basically, I mean, it's been rough. But like I said, self-improvement trap, right? They didn't really know me at all. Just setting up the camera. They didn't really know me at all. And I knew that because I was watching someone through a screen trying to help me. What they've said helped me, but at the same time, it did not, fully help me to the extent that I thought it would have, if that makes sense. It's because the first time I tried cold showers and NoFap, the benefits were coming, don't get me wrong, but it was very, very slow because of the amount of self-destruction that it did to myself during that time. So I think that was a big problem. And also, in October 2021, that's when I started my fearless journey. Now, what the hell, Spirits, what did you just say? That makes absolutely no sense to me. What that means is, a fearless journey is basically when you take on a journey, you reject society because of, the things they've done to you, so they, said to you, stuff like that. And when you try to help people so much, it just doesn't work out. And then in the end, you just become a victim of society. In reality, you're trying to help people. And you're also trying to help the most you can and try to help people the most of how you can. And that turned me into a monster. A bad and a good monster. Or a good monster, as you could say. A monster is not what you think. A monster is someone that ravages, not ravage, but that destroys on something, makes themselves a god of something. And so they utterly not make themselves unimmortal in a way, if that makes sense. And so they don't become a victim of society, actually. In the end, they become the superhero. That's the truth about it. So I said, because in October 2021, I was just in a bad spot. And I know I keep mentioning that. Because, stop mentioning October 2021. Just move on. We want to hear when you succeeded. What did you do? That's the problem. You gotta hear the process of the story. Everyone wants to get to the end, but you gotta go through the process of it first, which is the biggest thing ever. And that's the point I'm trying to make. I started the journey so much. I loved the journey so much that I stuck to it. I became fearless, basically. I became fearless. And I started to not care what other people thought of me. I started to not look at people as much. I still talk to people, of course. But I asked God to challenge me. I asked him, yeah, you know what? I'm going to ask you to challenge me for these next, I told him, give you 9 months. 9 months to make it to LA, to Hollywood. And what does this mean exactly? Well, in September of 2021, I went to this audition with this actor there. His name was Adrian Armonte. Shout out to you right now if you're watching this. Thank you so much for helping, guiding me. Basically, make a long story short, I auditioned on a Saturday, September 18th, 2021. I remember so well that I did a commercial monologue, basically. And it was a Pepsi commercial. It's pretty cool. Pretty funny. Not fun, but pretty funny. And, his face just lit up as soon as I did the commercial. And he said, wow, that was great. He looked up and he was just amazed. He was like, wow, that was great. Please give a round of applause. And, I noticed with the other, and not to brag or be mean or hate down on anybody, but he was looking at other people differently. He had a serious face. With me, he had a more of an exciting tone with his face. That led to me believing that he would choose me and call me later that day to come back the next day, because they were saying how, if you do well, then you could get a call back the next day. So make a long story short again, we signed a contract in order to go to LA in the summer, because for a 1 week thing it's basically a workshop where you get to work with directors, actors, professionals of the community, the Hollywood industry, etc. So that was pretty fun. That was cool. So then after that, I decided to make a goal for myself, right? And basketball season starting to start up, and I needed to practice my acting, my monologues, all of that. My commercials, monologues, improv, self-introduction tapes, all that. So it wasn't a lot of stuff when I soon asked God to challenge me in a way. Give me 9 months, maybe 10, to save them all. So I can heal myself in order to teach them how to heal themselves. That was the point. As hosts can be anybody. If you heal yourself and teach others how to heal heal yourself, you can do it. It's possible. You can do it. And so then, I started my fearless journey. It was basically not giving a fuck about society at all or whatsoever. I was starting to mutate my cells in a way. I'm sure you guys heard of phlegm. And it might sound disgusting, might sound gross, but this really worked for me. Every day in the cold shower, I would do a cold shower once a day, every day. And all of a sudden, I would just start spitting out phlegm. And I realized there was a memory back in November 2020 when I was spitting out phlegm, when I had the porn addiction. And that was fate saying, and you guys might be like, oh, he's a true believer of God, fuck him. You guys might be thinking that right now. God is real, and I'm telling you this because it matters to your soul, and it matters to God right now. That's why I'm telling you this. You have to believe me when I'm telling you. I wouldn't lie to you. I would be making this video right here. I wouldn't have written all this down. If I didn't believe in it. If I didn't believe in myself. This is not a script. This is a journal of my thoughts within the past 2.5 years, or within the past 1.5 years. So basically, right. I started standing in the mirror with a pure heart. I knew God was starting to get proud of me. And he said, you're going to do great things. You're going to do all this. You're going to do all that, etc., etc. You're going to save them all. You can save humanity for good. Spiros, you can do it. Because fate, basically, other than that, I was trying to up myself, and I started spitting out phlegm. And like I said, the memory back in November 2020, when I was spitting out so much phlegm when I had the porn addiction, I was fate saying, hey, you could still make sure that you can do it without the porn addiction, right? That's not your fate. And I changed my fate to the point where I was filthy on the inside. I was dead. I was that fucking dead. I was that dead. I needed saving. I needed saving myself. And like I said, no therapy. No fucking therapy would have helped me. Nothing. None of that. No. No psychiatrist. No psychology. No, none of that. All of this because of this one tool. So, and God as well. So, fast forward. November goes by, December. I started feeling much better. I started feeling great. Every day in the shower, I start spitting out phlegm. And why am I spitting out phlegm? That's me changing my fate, like I said, mutating the cells inside of my body. This part right here was dry a very long time ago. Actually, not too long ago again. For some odd reason, it was kind of weird. My cells started mutating again. And it's kind of like the X-Men, for example. The cells start mutating rapidly and make you something you're supposed to be. Make you superhuman. It makes you a god. So, it's pretty cool. But anyway, other than that, can't believe I just said anyway. I usually don't say that word. But, fast forward. November, December, and I wrote about school. Or it wasn't even about school. Fast forward to basically November 2021, December, and then all the way to February 1st of 2022. Ever since January 1st, 2022, I've always been like, this is my year, this is my year. Every year, I'm sure everyone, every New Year is like, oh, this is my year, this is my year. But the thing is that I started early. I got a head start. I got a 2.5 month head start since I started mid-October 2021, my Fearless Journey. And Fearless Journey is also fighting demons, inner demons, and making yourself what you're supposed to be instead of something that you're not supposed to be. But I was supposed to be something bad, so it changed my fate. Like I said, fate can change you for the better or for the worse. Self-destruction can lead to your fate getting worse. Self-improvement, the art of it, can help you, or helping yourself with God, and guiding yourself with God, can help yourself changing your fate for the better, is what I'm trying to say. So that's what I did. And basically, whenever this video comes out, I just want you all to know that I've always loved every single one of you, every human being on this planet. You might be thinking, oh, you don't know every human being on this planet. Trust me. I have, and I will again. I have, and I will again. So, fast forward to February 1st, 2022. This was around the time when, and everything else that I didn't explain, you could check on the social medias, the history of that. Around that time, just a week before February 1st, 2022, I got off social media for good, forever. I tweeted goodbye on my Twitter. No one liked it. I'm sure some people have liked it now, wherever I am. And, more than some people, I guess, yeah, a lot of people, millions of people. And, Instagram really took a toll on me. I've always had restrictions with social media, with TikTok and Snapchat, and I've deleted those ever since 2021. And on Instagram, I was helping people with certain videos and motivational quotes and all that. But I realized I didn't have time for myself. I never really had time for myself at all, actually. I needed to make more time for myself. So that's what I did. I deleted it. Make a long story short, I deleted it. And I was crying because, and let me tell you this. Some men cry a lot for a bad reason. Some men cry a lot. Some other men cry a lot for a good reason. And this was a good reason but also a bad reason. Because the bad reason side was I was leaving society and I was like, I was helping them a lot. And, I know people will be motivated with these videos and all of that. And I know I said before, wait, didn't you say didn't you say that you started to not give a fuck about society? Well, in a way, yes. Partially yes, and partially no. There was 40% of me that didn't want to be with society at all. And, maybe 40% of me that did want to be with society still. And 20% of me that was like, oh, I don't know. Let's give this a test. Let's see if I can if I could post videos part-time and still take care of myself at the same time. It did not work. And so I deleted all the socials. Fast forward a week, February 1st, 2022. I'm going to read this reading. It says, school made me something I wasn't. It was starting to move me. Well, old me, not the good me. The me when I was stuck in a raft, and when I was still trying to rise to the top. So what I did to get sorry guys, I'm having some trouble reading the handwriting. To get to that. So what did I do to get out of that? I still took cold showers, like I said before. Still have that, but still have that, but with my brain still needing to make it, my mind clear and tough, while not trying to get easily bombarded by school. On December 25th of 2021, I started meditation. I just one time a day. However, I would eventually start meditation 2 times a day. Not only that, I would not only take cold showers every day, I would start taking them 2 times a day. Ever since then, up until this recording of February 1st of 2022, I've been a beast ever since then. Have a good night. Stay safe. Peace. I was reading, man, it was such a good time. Like, I miss those old days. Because without those days, it wouldn't lead to me here and my abilities and what I'm able to do now. I'm sure you guys probably seen that video already of my powers, but depends on which way I do the recording or how I did this video. And so, yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, all of this, the truth is about me, I really care about people. I really want the best for people. I want everyone to be successful. I don't want you guys to be stuck in a trap at all or whatsoever. I want the best for everyone. And I think we can do that by simply, being on the back of good and strong, independent people as being, human beings and gods on earth again. I think that's what makes life beautiful, is preserves things. The truth is that gods can make life beautiful again, And so, ever since February 1st, 2021, I have many readings, many. Many. And there's a lot of journals in here, but there's one specifically I'm going to find. And you guys might be thinking, oh wow, it was such a dark time in your life. Like, you take such a villain turn. I didn't take a villain turn. But at the same time, I kind of did. What I mean by that is, I wanted to cure myself in order to save them. But I also wanted to cure myself in order to just say fuck them all. There was a part of me that was like, no, don't save them. It's not worth it. And there's a part, I guess this comes from me, not for anyone else, not from anyone else, just from me. Vengeance for now, hope for later. That's the rule I'm following now, and I will follow. When school's over, going to get out of that rotten and stinky place. Or maybe it's just me caring too much to make it more simple enough. They care too much. What's stopping me is stopping me. And what I'm trying to say there is, caring too much about them is what's stopping me. And it was kind of loathing my own weakness onto myself, if that makes sense. I wasn't caring about myself too much. I was caring about other people too much. And basically, fast forward to, let's say, end of April 2022. I was doing great. Oh, and I also made the basketball team, which is good. And I was that year I was improving a lot. I had a good mid-range shot, I had good everything except for three and defense. And I just want to say, that was a good year of improvement for me because, I also made a better team for the spring for basketball, which was good because, I was so locked in onto myself with what I was doing, meditating 2 times a day, taking cold showers 2 times a day, drinking water every morning, at least 1 liter of water every morning. And it was a routine that no one else was following because I know I was separating myself from my peers, and I know that I could do it more and better than ever, unlike anyone else. And so that's what I did. And you guys might be wondering, where did this lead you? I'll get to there in a second. So end of April 2022, I was the best ever. Life was going great. I just came off the best spring break ever, or break off school ever. It was the most productive as ever. And after a week or two, after April break, I got sick, which was not good. And the reason I got sick was I stopped taking cold showers, which was a dumb idea of me. Basically, make a long story short, I wasn't gaining size at all in my body. I was kind of staying the same size, but gaining strength in order to mutate my cells from the foot up. And that kind of led me to be skinnier in some parts, but also mutating my cells in some parts, if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, I'll explain it to you right now. Basically, I was getting rid of all the bad cells while spitting out phlegm. And I was also mutating my cells, replacing it with better cells to tell me, and replacing my thoughts with better thoughts to tell me what to do. Kept telling my mind, no, think in a fearless way, think in a better way to improve yourself, and in the end, save them all, teach them how to save themselves, all together at once and all the time. And that was kind of my whole moral, and that morality led me to mutating as a person. There was one point in January where I had scars on my hand. It's almost like, holy shit. I remember these exact words are like, holy fuck, Spiros. Dude, it looked like you beat the shit out of someone. It was at school. And I was in my head, I'm like, yeah, I did beat the shit out of someone. In my shower. I beat down my old self. I took out what was already me, and I destroyed it. I punched it to the ground, and I killed it forever. Didn't necessarily kill it because, I followed that moral too. Not actually kill, but eternally I was killing my old self. Mentally I was. And so then I basically kept mutating, and it was the best part of my life. Growing as a person. And you guys probably never heard of this. Like, you might be saying, oh, no doctor in the world's gonna, agree with this. Well, it worked with me. And I have proof. I have proof with God and myself. That's all you need. And that's nothing more but the truth. Basically, I wasn't getting size. And they let me take hot showers because I researched that hot showers actually make your muscles bigger physically and make them more relaxed and etc. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna take hot showers and then turn it down to cold like I used to do the year before 2022. And so that's what I did. Still fighting demons, of course. And I'll have a playlist each time I would go in the shower ever since October, or ever since as long as I not could remember, but that's forever since October of 2020. So I would have a playlist in the shower all the time. It was actually since 2021. Get the point moving forward is that I was mutating my cells rapidly, but to the point where I didn't need to slow it down, but I slowed it down in order to look better for other people. Because my mom was telling me, oh, you haven't gained much size. Yeah, but the weight's going up. But I don't know. You need to gain size. So that kind of got to me. I cared about my look in a way. But at the same time I didn't. But I cared what other people thought of me. That was the thing right there. But I was also like, why should you care if you know that you're even doing, they don't even know that you're even doing the best for yourself. So that's what I kind of realized. And so, yeah, I got sick. I almost got COVID. It was a very dark time because, well, I made it dark for myself. And I kind of led to that when I started taking hot showers. I know you guys might think, oh, it's nothing. You're so sensitive. I made my body very, very sensitive and very, very weak. You have to understand that. So I started from basically nothing, basically ground zero. I had everything around me, so I took advantage of what was around me, and I made it my own. And ultimately, I made myself better. So ultimately, I got sick, right? And all I had to do was just cough it out, like I always do, right? Spitting out phlegm. And it was something that was tangled to a bone in my chest, and it was close to my heart. And another reason I was also mad is because I kept manifesting my future so much that it stopped. My life was going so well that it stopped. That's a message for you guys too. Whenever something's going well, something's always going to interrupt it, no matter what. No matter what. It could be you playing basketball, you get injured, or you being in a boxing match, and you getting hurt, or losing all of a sudden to your winning streak. It could be anything. God will always put that in front of you. God will always, put that interruption in front of you to challenge you, to test you, to ask you a question. Are you sure you really want this? At least that was for me. That's the way it was for me. He asked me, do you really want this? And I said yes, because I know I can do it in the summer. I know I could go to LA, Hollywood, and save them all. I know I can go there and save all of them. God was telling me to go to Hollywood. And so, basically, I came back from that. I devastated me. I got so mad. I lost so much progress. Because I couldn't let a day go by of me being a weakling. I just couldn't live with that. Never, ever, 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 never, ever could I do that. So basically, I just, I couldn't live with myself like that. So I came back from it. And then I also, just made myself immortal to the sickness that was bothering me. And I had to get a shot, which sucked because I have proof on my phone of me not only looking, but feeling worse, which really sucked. It really, really sucked. Got me so mad, man. It was like, what the hell? So, what I did there was, I just came back. I came back from it. I pushed harder than ever, stronger than ever, and my inner demon started challenging me and asking me, I broke you. How did you come back? How have you come back? Through the mind, eternally, right? I could talk to you mentally. And how can it talk to you mentally? Well, it can simply talk to you mentally from the bad thoughts in your brain. From the bad thoughts in your brain. And those bad thoughts can turn and really take a toll on you, and in your fate, which is very, very true. Super duper true. And it's just so that May of 2020 changed me for the better. From the end of April to 2022 to the start of May 2022 changed me for the better. And basically, right, fast forward to June 2022, school ends, and I'm feeling better than ever. Everything from my foot to up here has been cleared up, basically. And there's a spot right above your stomach where it stores all the bad toxins and everything. And every day in the shower, I was standing up against the shower, my back up against the shower, believe this or not, and this is nothing more but the truth. Once again, you can ask God, and then you ask me. You're gonna ask Andrew Tate as well. And yeah, so basically, right, I cleared everything, and there's a spot right here stomach where it stores all the bad toxins, like I said just before. And remember how I was saying, I made myself so weak, so down bad, to the point where I was feeling like shit, like crap. I could see all the bad shit here. It was my body was starting to get inside out, basically. I was killing myself eternally. And that's why I started this whole journey from April of 2021 all the way to June of 2021. Or basically, I should say August of 2022, or go way back, like summer of 2019 to June of 2022. 3 years can really make a difference. And so 1 year can make a difference, actually. A lot of people just say, oh, you can do a lot in a day, but never underestimate how much you can do in a year, because you could do a lot more than you could think, right? Than you can even imagine. So that's a big thing right there. And so I mutated myself successfully. I coughed it all out, and this spot was clear. I got all the weakness out of me. But the last thing the weakness told to me was, make sure to save them. And you guys probably just imagine me coughing in the shower, just repeatedly. I would play the Batman theme and play dun 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 dun, and just keep coughing it out. And it might sound like crazy, but it works. And you know what God told me? He told me, no one has done this in thousands of years. I'm very proud of you. You are one of my favorites in the world. That's what he told me. It's so a lot of people just get super duper. A lot of you people just get super fucking distracted. Distracted by Netflix, distracted by Hulu, distracted by Voodoo, by Voodoo Fandango on TV, or whatever. Most people watch Peacock, or Paramount and all that. Everyone's fucking distracted. Distracted by this, distracted by that, by what the government's telling you, by what the Matrix is telling you to do, by what your parents are telling you to do. Jacking off to fucking Pornhub, XX videos like a fucking jackass. It's so easy to win. I learned how to control my own mind. And I'm not being mean. I'm trying to help you guys, and I will help you guys and teach you guys how to control your mind, how to fully understand your mind, and make it capable of things that you wouldn't even think is possible. That it would only exist in Greek mythology or Romans time. All of the things you see in movies is either possible in another universe, or it's true, or just talking about it in another way of life. You could believe this or not. There's nothing more but the truth. And you can't accept truth, then that's on you. You're gonna live your life lonely, man. I'm just saying. You can't control your mind. You can't become a god of anything. Then you're genuinely fucked. Because your mind can control. If you can control your own mind, you can control something else too. You can control something outside of your mind. Stop being stuck in your head and escape the Matrix. It's not hard. It's very easy. It's so easy to win. It's super duper easy to win. If you put in the time, put in the hard work, not only the hard work, smart work. Put in more smart work than hard work. 51% of the time, smart work, 49% of the time, hard work. The extra percentage will get you somewhere. And it led to me getting all toxins out of my body. I was free. I started commanding my body different things. Gain more size while gaining more strength. Or, get this, command by the wind and tell the clouds where to go. Which is utterly insane to me. Because I can do it right now. I'm looking at the leaves right now and they're moving. Because I can't control it. They're all my children. They all obey me and they all listen to me. Because I have more beliefs and value Why do you think people are up here making so much money? And why do you think people are in this position? To inspire others and inspire people. They might not realize it themselves that they're doing it, and some other people know that they're inspiring others. So let's fast forward to June 28th, 2022. I go to Greece, and the last time I talked to God, or one of the last times, I basically go to Greece. I actually went to New York first for a couple days. We got stuck there because it was one of those things where, you could give up your seat for money, all that stuff. So, yeah, basically, you got to really control your mind and how you think and what you think on a daily basis. You can control it. So we went to Greece, and I knew I could save people. But two things I was worried about. One, them not believing me, and them not listening to me sincerely because of my age. And that's a big problem in society. You gotta listen to anyone, no matter what their age is. I don't care if you're 15, I'm not saying, listen to someone that can't speak and, that can talk, at least. Listen to their experience, man, and you could not only don't listen to someone's experience and talk down on them like that in a bad way. Don't do that. Do not do that at all. Because what happens is you'll get karma, and then the good karma will go to them. The person you talk down to. Just be nice to people, man. Not for that reason, but for the reason of helping other people. Together we are stronger. And what I'm trying to say is, share thoughts and ideas with each other in a good way. Not in a bad way, in a good way. And so, I think that's what makes us so whole and beautiful as human beings, that we could share with each other and help each other out. And celebrate each other's successes for the better of mankind and for the history of human life and living being life. At the end of the day, we're just all living beings roaming the earth, And we're all living beings capable of the same exact things. That's the truth. If you don't believe that, you won't believe anything. And so, how do I explain the rest here? Basically, I thought I could save them, but I can't, but I couldn't really, or at least I thought I couldn't. I was basically doubting myself when I had the ability to do so, because I was relying on my feelings more than what I was actually capable of. I knew I was capable of anything, of doing anything, right? Aerokinesis, mind manipulation, all that. But the thing is here's the truth. I wasn't sure if I could save them because of the two reasons I laid out earlier, right? My age, and also, people believing me. And when I say listen to other people, don't take it in right away. Analyze it first, what people say. And if it's good or bad, take it in or not. But, that's the beauty of the world. I think on the back of strong people strong human beings. We can all be together if we live in reality and we accept the truth and we know that we could change reality the way it is. And another lesson is make sure to not take things for granted when they're gone. Or what I meant to say is, I'll rephrase that. What I meant to say is, don't think about the things that are gone when they're gone. Think about them while they're here, because you'll have them. Think about the trees. Think about nature. Think about how much it's sacrificed for us, right? Without water, without the earth, without a seed, without animals, we wouldn't be here right now. Without other organisms in the ocean, we wouldn't be here right now. I'm just saying that right now. We wouldn't be here right now. And so they play a big role. You gotta look outside of them every day. Every single day I look up at the trees. No one looks at the trees. Everyone just looks at these tall buildings going over the trees. Like the buildings have more worth than the trees. I'm kind of rambling now, but make a long story short, in Greece, I thought I could maybe help people, save people, you know? And I could, but I relied on my feeling more than what I could do. Because my feeling was this: reject society, that's it. Just make your own path and be successful without them. And it kind of got to a last minute thing where it was July 18th, it was 3 more days left before we left. And I realized, like, wow, you know, I could have helped this person at a beach bar. I could have helped this person at, you know, this delivery guy with some advice. I could have helped my neighbor, my old neighbor, my 2 old neighbors, actually. I could have helped them all. I could have saved them all. But then I learned my lesson and I decided to control my feelings and control my acts and control everything and save them all with the clouds and with the wind, save the earth and bless the earth with this rain that we need. So, yeah. And, you know, it's kind of utterly insane to me. And so, you know, people don't believe in things that they don't understand. So it's like kind of crazy. So I thought I could save them all. I thought I could save them all. But, you know, I cured myself over time. And I made a promise to myself to cure other people. Like I said, help other people as soon as I saved myself. And I failed to do that. But I'm doing it now. And I'm recovering from my mistakes. And so I carried on. And I also failed at a couple other things I don't want to state. I know I need to state them, but I won't, just for the sake of this time in this video. Actually, I will. I couldn't stop my grandma from smoking. I couldn't stop other people from smoking. Because I know I could be very influential at times. People can listen to me and what I say. I'm pretty strong with that. So I could tell people many things. Anyone could tell many people many things. Just the way you say it and how you say it. But don't talk in a soft way. Just talk in a very good way, in a very passionate way. I And what I mean by that is you need to talk with morals and beliefs and hard lines. And, don't talk in a very soft way at all. You know, someone says, if someone says something to you that you think is mean, but in actuality, they're just helping you, they're trying to help you, man. They're just raising their voice so it could get through your head, so it could fully circulate in your blood flow. That's the truth, man. So it could, just get in your brain and really, get you there. And to the point in life that you want to be at, when you're seeking out for help, of course. So yeah, we come back to Boston, and I'm so happy. I miss this place so much. And what about LA? What happened to LA? You probably forgot about that. Well, I was gonna go. I had this fear that I wouldn't make it, that I would fail. And that fear really stopped me. But at the end of the day, we also didn't have a lot of money to go to LA because we used it all in Greece, which made sense. And so, yeah, man, it was really rough for me because, like, dude, I had to work so hard. I worked for everything, and I manifested everything to my life. And it was true. I think it was supposed to happen, though, because after the week after July was gone, which the LA event was at the end of July, I didn't go, right? I started destroying myself. And the truth is this. You could either, one, save them all with the wind in the clouds, too, and also saving them verbally and physically in person. Or you could destroy yourself and wait. And I put my body into a state of mind that made it not remember anything. And it was pretty rough. I mean, I because I didn't want my body to accept that I went to Greece and that I didn't go to just, like I said, I didn't want my body to believe or remember, to accept the reality that, I didn't make it to LA. I didn't make it to LA at all. And I know I was a man of accepting realities and being the man of reality. I became one of God's favorites, and I failed him. He told me, he said, while I was in Greece, he said, you're second place next to Andrew Tate, and Tristan Tate is third place, and this guy's fourth to 15th, etc. He has a ranking of people that provide and produce for the world. That's why he's so disappointed, and most people, I think, it's because they don't have any hard lines or moral beliefs. They just act on their feelings. You know what you get when people act on their feelings? You get rapists, school shooters, violence. You get a lot of things. Without truth, the world will end up in a shit place, in a shithole. The world will end up in a shithole. do it for you and the sake of the earth at the same time. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the point of this video. And so my memory started to get worse. I was losing weight. I started to not care about myself as much. And I also couldn't do much because I manifested so much that I couldn't do anything. But like I said, I asked God to give me at least 10 months from October 2021 to August of 2022, the end of August 2022, and I failed. So what did I do? I lost weight, lost a bunch of weight, and that's the truth of what happened to me. I had it wasn't that I didn't have any motivation or discipline to do anything. It's just I didn't want to save people because I kept telling myself society wasn't worth saving. It just wasn't. They won't respect nature, won't respect the people around them. They'll just judge people, assume things, and look at you like you're crazy if you look differently because of your skin color or because of this and that. And that really upset me. It really did. I was like, look at these people. They're all fucking pathetic. There's no worth in saving them. No worth in saving them at all. So, okay, I'm not going to save them. But I came to a point on October 6th where got to the point where October 6th, so where I did really want to save them. And there was a balance of my fearlessness and unfearlessness because, once again, I made my muscles fearless, my body fearless, my mind fearless. And it was a balance. It was a really good ratio between, I was waiting for that perfect moment. That if you keep waiting for the perfect moment, then nothing will happen. You gotta just start without it. For it to be even better than or even more than a perfect moment, you gotta start with nothing and then work that way up to so-called perfection. But there's no such thing as perfection, because when you get to something considered perfect, you could go way more up than that. So that's the truth, and that's what I believe in. So that's the truth of the world. And so basically, right, I mean, it was just like I wait for the ratio, that good balance, 51% fearlessness, or excuse me, 49% fearless. Part of me was 49% fearless, and another part of me is 51% unfearless. Having a good sake and a good fate for, or not even that, it's just having some hope for the world. So I tried to save them. I tried to extend the clouds to LA. I remember that day. And it wasn't that good of a day to do it, but I did it. And I did it by the power of my mind, once again. And you could look at the dates and everything of when it rained and when it didn't. But I just barely did it. And I extended the clouds to come back here. So then fast forward a bit. Make a long story short, basically I would face the direction of where I wanted the clouds to go, save Greece. What I needed to do was save Greece and save LA. And so basically, right, I would face Greece, the direction of where it was. I would do this in my house and drink liquid, and each time I would drink it, I would make myself, each gulp, it would be like, me saying something to myself. So I could digest those good thoughts, and, really make the cells be a force for good. And Yeah, man. I could control the wind and the weather. It's true. It is true. And so, basically what happened next was I saved Greece and LA by January 26th of 2023. Because I was too busy saving other places as well. For example, South Africa, China, other European places, other places in America, Canada, South America, all the 7 continents, Antarctica, South America, North America, China, Asia, Russia, Europe, Africa, Alaska, all of that, Canada, Australia. And so ever since then, man, it's just been like, saving. All the rain and the wind you see is me. It's a part of me. From a telling of myself, telling the wind and the clouds where to go, basically. This is nothing more but the truth. And again, my powers by mind control. And what I mean by mind control is using my mind to force myself to be a force for good. To force myself to be a better man, a better person, and be a better person overall. And so, fast forward to now. And that's the reason why you were wondering if I was out of school for so long. That's why. I will answer questions in this video, and that is my life story. I will be returning to LA, or I haven't gone yet, but I will be going May 9th. I will be out of school around that time, if you guys are wondering. And yeah, I lost a lot of things, but now I'm looking to get it back. I've been looking to get it back for the past 2-3 months now. Right now it's April 2023, so yeah, I mean, yeah, it's been such a roller coaster. I'm gonna read one of my journals. Right before, and no one has ever seen the real me. Not yet, at least. The best of me, at least. There's a quote that it comes from me, myself. And I'll explain the moral of this video, and the moral of this video, and what I really want for the world, and that'll be the video. And I said, give yourself a second chance. You'd be surprised. And another quote goes, give people a second chance. Give people a second chance. You'd be surprised. So I mashed those 2 quotes up together. And I said, and this was actually from a Batman comic. And I use Batman as a big figure throughout this journey as well. And it might be silly. Oh, Batman, who cares? Whatever. But I'll tell you who it matters to. I really tell you who it matters to. Matters to your soul, matters to God, and it matters to me. And it matters to the universe. The universe is very, very giving. And you'd be surprised. If you work hard, you put the time in, you'll get what you want. It's not that hard. It's sincerely not that hard. Just, you need a little patience, a little dignity with yourself, and things will come to you from time to time. But like I said, there will be an interruption. You won't know it, but there will be. And that'll be a true test if you really want. At least that's how it was for me again. And I mashed up the 2 quotes and I said, give people a second chance. You'd be surprised, even yourself. And what that means is give yourself a second chance, or give people a second chance. and give yourself a second chance as well. It's literally what that means. Basically what that means. And so I know I will be a force for truth and a force for good. And I will be a very, very good bastion free speech for the world. I know I can, and I know I will. And I know it will help more than you can even imagine. It will help more than you can even think of. So I will help you all. I will help you all. For good. I will help you all. For sure. So, yeah. There's a reason why I was second in the world, because I knew a lot of things about life, and I've known a lot of things myself. And so, now I realize it is my duty to help you guys. And the moral of this video is, help yourself. Wait, what was the quote? Holy shit. Help yourself. And the moral of this video is, do the right thing, not just for yourself, but for other people. In the end, you save them. And what that quote means is, means do the right thing for yourself, meaning, like I said before, how I healed myself, and for you as well, healing yourself in order to save and help other people as well. And because in the end, you save them, because at all times it's the right thing to do. But also make time for yourself, right? You need to make that time for yourself in order to help other people. That's the point. Because in the end, you save them. Do the right thing. Not just for yourself, but for other people. In the end, you save them. At the end of the day, you save people. So that's even more. And what I want for the world, I want the world to be more peaceful. I want the world to be better. I want people to be genuinely more masculine. I think that's a beautiful thing. And people to be more manly enough to, and any human being, I don't care if you're a woman or a man, be exceptionally more manly and help others reach their goals. Not only help others reach their goals, but help others identify themselves in a way that they've never have before. And that's what I will do to help you guys. Because some truths that I will say in another video might get me killed. I'm being genuinely serious with you guys. And this video might get taken down. But I will play Dick Grayson / the Nightwing in a movie soon. So that'll be good. and I will help you guys. I want people to stop being, more. I want people to just respect each other more, help themselves more. I want the best for people. And I want you guys to help yourselves. Truly take care of yourselves. Make sure I always have a good breakfast in the morning. I recommend you guys meditate and drink water in the morning. And that's why you got 5-minute meditation. Focus on your breath. Let the thoughts come in and replace them. Replace the bad thoughts with the good thoughts. And how do you know a bad thought? Or how do you know a bad thought versus a good thought? Or what is a bad thought versus a good thought? Basically, thoughts that don't help you, that make you weaker. If you let them in and you do activities and you can't focus on that activity with that thought, with certain thoughts, you need to get it out. There are a lot more things that I will explain and I can explain. I want everyone to be immortally a god. I will bring gods back to life. Thank you guys so much for watching. I want to thank you all. Without society today, I wouldn't be here right now talking to any of you. And I'm almost of all happy to be with you guys again. So I will stay blessed with you all. And most importantly, I will be with you all of the time. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful day.